Hello, my dear children. Good morning and welcome to your English class. Hope you all read lesson number 9, Madam Rides a Bus, and enjoyed the bus journey of Valli. Let's continue with the rest of the story. Okay. Page number 122, third section. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had the money. So, Valli is remembering how she had taken some painstaking means painful, and what careful and elaborate plan she had for making this bus journey a successful one. She had thriftily means spend money carefully. She spent money very carefully and saved whatever stray coins. Stray coins means the coins she get here and there, from here and there. So even that small coins, that stray coins, she saved and resisted every temptation for buying peppermints, toys, balloons, etc. And also she saved total 60 paise, and there is much more difficulty for her, particularly the day of village fair, the village festival. She resolutely stifled means suppressed, controlled with determination for riding the merry-go-round. Merry-go-round means it's a type of swing. She controlled her strong desire to ride on the merry-go-round even though she had the money. She already had the money for this ride, but for the bus ride she resolutely stifled all her money. That means she resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round. Okay. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. So Valli had collected all the money. The next problem came into her. She has to face is that how to slip out, how to escape from the house without knowing of her mother, without her mother's knowledge. But that also she managed. How she managed? Her mother would nap. Nap means a short sleep, about 1 to 4 or lunch. After lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4. So, Valli choose that time to travel in the bus. Okay. Valli always used these hours for her excursions as she stood looking from the doorway of her house. Always she used these hours, the hour that her mother nap. Nap means a short sleep. She used this hour for her excursion. Excursion means small picnics. As she stood looking at the doorway of her house. Or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. So usually Valli used this time when her mother is napping after the lunch. Usually she used this time for her excursion as she stood looking on the doorway of her house, or sometimes we even ventured. Ventured out means went courageously, went casually out into the village. But today the same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. The same hour she used to ride on the bus. That is her first excursion outside the village. The bus rolled on now, cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an old wayside shop. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. But lo, Somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there, helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So here Valli is describing the movement of the bus. The bus now rode across a bare landscape and it is rushing through a tiny hamlet. Hamlet means a village. Tiny hamlet means a small village. Now the bus is rushing through a tiny hamlet. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicles. Some vehicles are coming out opposite side, and sometimes it seemed that the bus are gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road, but somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all the obstacles behind. And trees came running towards them. Valli is seeing that the trees came running towards them and they rushed when the bus moved. Sometime the bus seemed to strike the oncoming vehicle, but both passed by safely. There is no problem with the bus ride. Valli enjoyed the bus ride. Suddenly Valli clapped her hands with glee. A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast, right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. So suddenly Valli clapped her hands with joy. What happened? Suddenly a cow with a raised tail came in front of the bus and the bus slowed to a crawl. The driver sounded the horn again and again, but the cow continued running before the bus because it was frightened of the horn. Honked means sounded. So the driver honked, the more frightened the animal became. And faster it galloped. Galloped means ran faster. And it was always in front of the running, always in front of the bus. Okay. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. "Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough?" called the conductor. "Better save some for tomorrow." So seeing the cow which is galloping in front of the bus, Valli became very happy and this seemed a funny thing to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Seeing this, the conductor had a comment. The conductor asked Valli to save some laughing for tomorrow also. At last the cow moved off the road and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there it traversed a busy, well-laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Such big, bright-looking shops! What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise! Such big crowds! Struck dumb with wonder, Valli gaped at everything. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except the cow moved out of the road. That means the cow was not there and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. They want to cross a railway road and they waited for the train to pass. The bus passed by the side of a railway crossing. Then it came to a thoroughfare. Thoroughfare means a busy public road. Okay. And we can see there were big and bright shops, there were huge crowds of people and the glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. It's all become wonder to Valli. Valli was very surprised to see such big and glittering displays of clothes and merchandise. So Valli became very surprised and Valli gaped at everything. Gaped means looked keenly. Gaped at everything means looked very keenly. Seeing this glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Merchandise means things for sale. The things which are there for sale. And at last the bus stopped. And everyone got off from the bus except Valli. Valli didn't get out of the bus. "Hey lady," said the conductor, "aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you." "No," Valli said. "I am going back on the same bus." She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. So the conductor said, "Valli, you have to get here. This is the last stop of the bus." But Valli was not ready. Valli said that I am going back in the same bus, and she took another 30 paise and handed the coins to the conductor. "Why? Is something the matter?" "No, nothing is the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride. That's all." "Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here?" "All by myself. Oh, I had been much too afraid." So the conductor has some surprise that Valli don't want to get into the town. So he is asking that there is any matter, and don't you want to have a look at the sights of the town? But Valli is saying that I am too afraid. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus." "Nothing to be afraid of about that," she answered. So, because of the surprised behavior of the girl, the conductor asked her, "Why you are not afraid to come in the bus? You are not afraid to come in the bus. Then why you are afraid to see the sights in the town?" Then Valli answered that nothing to be afraid of about that. Nothing to be afraid about the bus journey. "Well then, why not go that stall over there and have something to drink?" "Nothing to be afraid of about that either." "Oh no, I couldn't do that." "Well then, let me bring you a cold drink." So then the conductor asked Valli, "Then you can go there at the stall there and have some drink. There is nothing to afraid about that." But Valli was not ready. Valli don't want to drink anything. Then the conductor offered Valli that, "I will bring some cold drinks for you." "No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It will be my treat and not cost you anything." "No, no," she said firmly. "Please, no." The conductor shrugged, and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. So, conductor said Valli that, "I will bring the drink for you." Then Valli said that, No, I don't have enough money. Just you have to give me the ticket." Then the conductor offered Valli a drink. But Valli said firmly that, "Please no." Valli was not ready to drink any cool drinks from the conductor. That means she did not like to have the drink from another person. Then the conductor shrugged, and they waited until it was a time for the bus to return to the village of Valli. And again there weren't many passengers. For the return journey also there weren't many passengers. "Won't your mother be looking for you?" the conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. "No, no one will be looking for me," she said. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights. So giving the ticket back to the village, the conductor asked Valli, "Won't your mother be looking for you?" Then Valli said that, no one will be looking for me." Then the bus started its journey back to the village, and there were the same wonderful sights. Valli wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she had felt the first time. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast-moving vehicle. "Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town?" she asked the conductor. So When the bus journey, that means when Valli is returning to her village in the bus, she was in bored because she was greeted every sides with the same excitement as she felt in the first time. But suddenly she saw a young cow which was lying dead by the roadside, and it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. And Valli asked the conductor whether that is the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town. So Valli had a doubt that it was the same cow which was galloping in front of their bus when they went to the town. So Valli asked this doubt to the conductor. The conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread rigid, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. So the conductor said Valli that it was the same cow that is the conductor nodded his head, and Valli became very sad because Valli is thinking that what had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm. That means a little while ago, they saw a lovable, beautiful creature, but now it had lost all its charm and it was looking so horrible and frightening also because its legs were spread rigid. Spread rigid means spread out, and there was a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, and there was blood all over its body. So this is Valli's reaction when she saw the dead cow. The cow had looked earlier lovable and beautiful, but now it looked horrible in its death. Okay, so Valli became very sad. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out of the window. She sat thus glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. So the bus moved, and the memory of the dead cow haunted Valli. Haunted means returned repeatedly to her mind, was impossible to forget. That too came to mind again and again. That is haunted. So the memory of the dead cow haunted Valli. She no longer enjoyed the sights outside, so she don't wanted to see outside. Dampening her enthusiasm means killing her enthusiasm. That haunted cow, that the dead cow's memories dampening her enthusiasm, and she no longer wanted to look out of the window, so he glued to her seat. Glued means fixed. That means he sit in her seat. And the bus reached the village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." "Okay, madam," he answered her, smiling. "Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us, and don't forget to bring your fare." She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. So the bus reached the village, and Valli told the conductor to see again. The conductor smiled at Valli, and he told Valli to come and join them whenever she felt like riding the bus, but she must bring the fare with her. Valli laughed and alighted. So for this joke of the conductor, Valli became very much happy. That is why she laughed at the conductor, and it is only because the death of the cow had changed the mind of Valli. Now Valli understood why the conductor is behaving like this. He is just making fun with Valli. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Valli's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. "And where have you been?" said her aunt when Valli came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply, so Valli just smiled and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. Yes, you are right, her mother said. So many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely. Can we? Oh, yes, breathed Valli. So when Valli reached home, she found her aunt, who was living in the South Street, talking with her mother. And this aunt was really a chatterbox. Aunt asked Valli where she had gone, and Valli didn't reply. She just smiled. And Valli heard her mother saying that no one can know about everything. There are so many things happening around them, and no one can know about everything. So hearing this, Valli replied in positive. Valli said, "Oh yes." "What?" asked her mother. "What is that you say?" "Oh," said Valli, "I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge." "Just a chit of a girl she is," said her aunt. "And yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation just as though she were a grown lady." Valli smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile, but then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? So Valli's aunt reacted, and Valli's mother is asking her, "Why? What are you saying?" Then Valli's aunt reacted that she called Valli a chit of a girl. Chit of a girl means a little girl. And she took interest in things that didn't concern her. Valli behaved as if she were a grown lady. So Valli smiled to herself of the comment of the aunt, and she didn't want them to understand her smile. We know that why Valli is answering like that. Valli knows something happening around her, but her mother and aunt did not. So that is why Valli didn't want them to understand her smile. There was not much chance of that either. And Valli is saying that there was not much chance of that either. They did not get a chance to know why Valli is smiling. So in this way, the story ends. Okay, my dear children, let's have a look at the main points of the story. Madame Rides a Bus is about an 8-year-old girl. Valli's ride in the bus from her village to the town and back. She is an enthusiastic girl and wants to see the outside world. Valli's pastime is to stand at the front doorway of her house and see what is happening in the streets outside. She also watches the passengers coming and going to the town and hears their conversation. She develops a desire to ride one day in the bus, which becomes great. That was a strong desire in her mind to ride the bus in one day. For her ride, she plans intelligently. She stops spending money on toys and other things. She saves every penny for the ride. She gathers all the details of the bus going to the town, at what time, and the fare. The fare is 60 paise for the bus ride. One day she takes the 1 o'clock bus to the town. She enjoys her ride to the maximum. On the way, Valli sees a cow running right in front of the bus. She clamps as the cow keeps running despite the continuous honking of the horn. The bus reaches the town. The conductor tells Valli to have a drink, but she refuses. She keeps sitting in the bus. On the return journey, Valli sees the same cow now lying dead by the roadside. She feels it very bad and is sad at the sight. It spoils her happiness in the ride. The bus reaches the village. Valli runs straight to her house. She sees a woman talking to her mother, that is her aunt, Valli, they did not know about Valli's ride in the bus. So there is a sort of comic relief in the story created by the fun-loving bus conductor. So the bus conductor's behavior towards Valli makes some fun moment to the story. So in this way the story ends. Her mother and her aunt did not know about Valli's ride in the bus. Okay, my dear children, that's all for today. Read the story and do the activities and enjoy Valli's first bus ride. See you later with another lesson. Take care and thank you.